Wait, I'm confused. What is the difference between this and this? Have you ever opened up Adobe Illustrator and thought, what's the difference between the Blob tool and the Brush tool? Now you probably already know that the Brush tool and the Blob tool have two very different outputs despite the fact that they look pretty similar, because you're not a dipshit. In today's video, we're going to do a deep dive into both tools and see where you should be using the brush and where you should be using the blob. To use the blob brush, hit Shift B. As you can see here, I'm using the blob tool to fill in a shitload of fully contained areas of shadow. This is also known as cell shading, and it's really common in animation. Setting a layer to the multiply blend mode and tweaking the opacity lets me add shadows of all shapes and sizes. Sometimes I make a shape a little too complicated, so we have a button that makes things a little less shitty. This is called the Blob Smooth tool, and it's a slider that you can adjust while holding Alt. This feature is a godsend, and I crutch it all the time. The majority of my time is spent switching between the Blob tool, the Smooth slider, and the Eraser. Because I have a stylus and a tablet, I don't need to rely on the pen tool as often, and I like the organic feel. If I feel like I need to make finer adjustments, I will typically use what is called the Curvature Tool, but that bad bitch is complicated, so if you want me to make a video going over that tool, let me know in the comments below, and make sure to click the notifications and grab a towel because I'm gonna shower you in knowledge. Anyways, one really awesome tip is to double click the blob brush and check out the first two checkboxes, Keep Selected and Merge with Selection. The Keep Selected is pretty straightforward. Keep your shape selected after you finish drawing it. It's key for the next checkbox, which, when turned on, will make your next brush stroke merge with the previous. It can also be advantageous for when you can't draw the entire shape in one go, but you can leave it unchecked if you plan on making each stroke shape a different appearance. Blobs aren't only great for shadows, they can also rock some really awesome cel-shaded highlights as well. Here, I'm not too concerned if the highlights are all merged, because a highlight on a dark object will have a really harsh look if it's the same opacity or blend mode as a highlight on a lighter object. Next, we're going to switch it up and we're going to look at the brush tool. You can access it by pressing B. Here, I'm using very similar settings as I was with the blob tool, almost indistinguishable. The biggest difference and the most important is the fact that these are actually editable splines. While the blob tool creates filled shapes, the brush tool actually creates stroked shapes. These are not inherently closed, so the focus is the stroke, not the fill. The easiest way to see the difference is to hit Ctrl Y. Now I prefer Command Q, but it's because I'm a genius. The brush tool keeps the pen stroke as a spline, so you can make adjustments to the direction and velocity of the line. That ratchet hoe blob tool doesn't let you do anything but mess with the outline. Calligraphic brushes don't allow you to adjust the width of the stroke in individual places because it relies on the pressure of your pen. While you can adjust the thickness of the overall line, you can't adjust specific areas to be thicker or thinner. Other brush styles, such as the default basic, will let you make those adjustments, so play around with different styles. For the rest of this video, I'm just going to be alternating between the brush and the blob tools to create some more visual interest. Feel free to sit back and enjoy the rest of the artwork, or go ahead and skip to the end. If you have more questions or want me to dive deeper into any of the tools you saw me use today, such as the width or curvature tools, comment below. Until then, I'm Sai, and I swear by this. I hope this tutorial answered your questions. If not, bitch about it in the comments down below this video, or let me know what else you need help with. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications on all my new videos. Until next time, be good, do good, and go fuck yourself.